We've looked at intersections between graphs before, but we have learned quite a few functions since then. So today we're going to be looking at intersections between the graphs that we've learned to sketch in the last few videos. We have previously looked at solving simultaneous equations graphically by finding the point of intersection. So let's draw out these graphs, and you can see where they cross over, their point of intersection are their solutions. Let's have a look at these questions. To sketch this function, we need to ask ourselves three things. First of all, what shape will it be? Well, it's x times x times x. If you expand those brackets, you'll get x cubed. So it's going to be a S shape or an x cube shape, and it's a positive one as well. So it's going to start low, go like loop down a bit, and then go back up probably. Next, we need to ask ourselves where it hits the x-axis, what our roots are. So get each of these brackets equal to 0. So x plus 1 equals 0 will be x minus 1. X minus 2 equals 0 will be x equals 2. And then it's a repeated bracket, so it's a repeated root. So there's two roots at 2. So that's where it's going to cross. It's not going to cross at 2 because it's a repeated root. It will skim it. Finally, we need to ask ourselves where the y-intercept is. X is 0 at the y-intercept, so substitute 0 into that bracket. 0 plus 1 times 0 minus 2 squared will be 4. So our graph or our sketch of the function will look like this. We now need to sketch y equals minus 2 over x squared onto the same graph. Now, this is going to be a reciprocal, so we're going to end up with curves going to asymptotes. It's a x squared, so it's going to be in the top left and top right, but it's a negative x squared, so it's going to be in the bottom left and bottom right. So it will look like this. We've been asked to sketch two different functions, and then this question has a sort of third function here, but we're gonna assume that this function has something to do with the other two. And what we can do is we can put the two functions we've been working with equal to each other and try and rearrange it to see whether it makes the function at the top. So we're going to start by by timesing both sides by the x squared, and then add 2 to both sides, and eureka, we've got exactly the same function at the top. So we've got that equaling 0, so to find solutions we need to find where those two functions intersect, and we can see they intersect once here. So we need to make a conclusion here that there's one real solution because those two functions have one intersection and can be rearranged to make the function at the top. It should be said that it shouldn't matter how accurately you've drawn the sketches, as long as they are the correct shape and in the correct quadrants, the intersections should show up nicely in the exam. Let's finish on this. Explain why you cannot always find the number of solutions the function has by the method shown in this lesson. If you know, write it in the comments below. And you can come to onmaths.com or click the link in the description to access all of our free A-level papers and predictions, and you can even save your scores with a free account. This video is part of a larger A-level course that you can follow along with at onmaths.com.